Welcome back, friends, to Surviving the Daily. I hope everyone is surviving well. As you can see here, we have a whole bunch of new flashlights on the table, and they're from a company called Warsun. Pretty cool name if you ask me, but honestly, I've never had any experience with this company or any of these flashlights up until now, except for maybe this one here. I've seen advertised quite a bit on TikTok, or maybe something very similar in form. But even then, I was curious about this flashlight and glad they sent this out to me. And honestly, they sent all this stuff out to me for my consideration at no cost. And I was very excited when they reached out to me and asked me to take a look at these flashlights. So let's do just that. And let's start off by taking a look at this one here. So this is the model number FXXF LED flashlight, and according to the Amazon listing, it is the cute spinning flashlight. So I think the Amazon listing needs a little extra work put into it, but let's take a look at the flashlight itself. So all these flashlights are made in China, and they do come with USB type A to USB type C. One thing that disappointed me with this flashlight was there wasn't any instructions that was included in the box, and I had a little hard time trying to figure out how to turn the flashlight on. And once I realized it had one of those little chips in between the battery and the flashlight, I needed to figure out how to tear this apart so I could get rid of that chip, and eventually I was able to figure it out. And unfortunately, there was no other really any information online to help me do so. So maybe this will help you out if you pick up this flashlight. So we're gonna grab it by the silver collar here, and we're gonna turn it, and that's where we get the battery. I'm not quite sure what size battery that is. I'm not a huge battery nerd. Maybe you are. And you can let me know down in the comments what size battery this is. So we do have a spring on that side. And then let's drop it. And then our electronics on this side here. Not to confuse the polarity of the flashlight. And then we do have the USB Type-C charging port right there. And the reason why this is called the cute spinning flashlight is because we can put it down and it is a fidget spinner. I don't know if you see that. You can flip it on this side here, and because this is soft and it's not very stable, it's going to be a little wonky, but you get the idea. As you see, the button lights up after I touched it. So, and according to the website, this is going to be a 1200 lumen flashlight with a 200 meter throw. We don't have any independent way to collaborate that, so we're going to take them for their word for that. But let me see if I can remember how to turn this on. I think once we double tap, and that takes it out of a lockout mode, and we come in on high. And we press and hold. Okay, we press again, and that's medium, low, and flash warning or strobe warning. And if I remember correctly, press and hold, and we come in on turbo. So that's going to be your 1200 lumens. And by experience, I gotta say this is pretty darn close to 1200 lumens, if not exactly on the money. So don't quite know if we can do the spinny thing with don't know the run times. The website was not very clear on that, but we do have a total of 6 modes, magnetic tail, and currently this is going on Amazon for $25.99. So that's our first flashlight. That is, again, the FXXF LED flashlight, and we will put the Olight Arcfeld Pro out here, as well as the Olight i5R EOS for comparison in sizes. Next light we're going to take a look at is the T800 zoomable LED flashlight. T800, doesn't that sound like a Terminator designation? So again, the USB Type-C charging cable. And according to the website, again, this is a 1200 lumen flashlight with a 500 meter throw. We have a 300 milliamp hour battery. We do have a cob light. The body is made out of aluminum. And one cool thing about this flashlight, we pop that off and actually turn the flashlight on. We pop that off and we have a power bank. See that? It turns right on. And we're charging. Pretty cool. I like these dual purpose flashlights. And while we're looking at the tail, it is again a magnetic tail. I'm not particularly fond of the zoomable type of flashlights, but this one has a pretty decent zoom. So we're going to turn that on. I think we press one button and I think we come in on high and we do show the battery percentage. And we're going to zoom. Zoom. That is a pretty bright hot spot right there. We zoom out. I think that's medium, low, and I think we do have a strobe. SOS. And let's see if there's any other modes. So I'm going to double tap. No. Tap and hold. No, just your straightforward functions. So high, medium, low, strobe, and an SOS. But we also have the cob lights. That comes in on high. Or I'm sorry, I think that's low. No, that is high. So that's high, medium. We got the red. Flashing red. And off. This one, again, you can find on Amazon for $18.99. Kind of a bigger flashlight. But with all those functions. 3000 milliamp hour battery, so that's going to be your power bank as well as your flashlight battery. And as you can see, the size comparison. Next one, the DC08, and this is a what they call a swivel flashlight on Amazon. It has 3 modes on the forward-facing lights and 4 modes on the cob light. So let's take a look at it. And according to the website, it is 800 lumens. More wires, directions, and this is what we're looking at. You may see some scratches there. I'm pretty sure I put those in there. And the scratches in here, just the way I was carrying it with all the flashlights in a bag. Not the best way of carrying it. But we have that swivel head here. That's pretty awesome. Magnetic tail. And as you can see, we do have that very nice pocket clip here. Again, we have USB Type-C port there so we can charge it, and we have yet another power bank. I'm not quite sure the size of the battery in this one here, but again, we are charging. We do have the battery percentage there. Alright, let's see the functions on this one. Strobe, I should have warned you. Let's actually turn this light off and do that again. That's high. I think that's low. And strobe, right? We press and hold this side here. We should have the cob lights. Press and hold. And the felony mode. One thing I do not care for on these flashlights is that you have to go through all the modes to shut it off, including the strobe mode. Now, one thing I don't know if you leave it on, see, that's low, that's strobe. So let's say we leave it on. Let's see what happens when we try to shut it off. Sometimes these flashlights, you leave it on for a period of time, then you press the button and it immediately shuts off. We're going to do that with this one here. And we'll do that one with this one here. So that looks like when you put it down for a period of time, it immediately goes into lockout mode. So I think I've left this one on for a period of time. Now, it looks like you do need to go through all the steps. You need to go through all the steps. That one shuts off immediately. Alright, kudos to this one. Last but not least, my favorite flashlight out of all of them. And before I forget, this one here, $18.99 plus 20% off coupon currently on Amazon, depending on what time or when you are looking at this video. So this is the T7, another Terminator designation. Get the directions. We got a USB Type-C charging cable as well, and then we have this one here. Now, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one on TikTok and maybe YouTube Shorts. I'm very curious about this one. I'm very happy that they sent this one out. This is pretty cool. We have a nice little strong pocket clip. And I mean, just look at the size of that. It's small as heck. So it's 0.3 inches thick, 0.98 inches wide, and 4.37 inches long. And it's weighing in at 1.34 ounces. Pretty cool. Supposedly it's IPX4. And it's going to produce 675 lumens. I think that's the side light. I don't think it's the front light. So let's start off. And we will turn that light off. Cool light. That's right. I think we only. Okay, so gotta do that one again. So we turn this one on. Then we have the strobe light. So that's your two forward-facing modes. I don't think that's 675 lumens. And then this is the side light. And it's getting brighter and brighter. Now we have again the felony mode. And we have a magnetic tail. Really excited about this one. I mean, this is the cheapest one out of them all. $14.99 plus 10% off currently at the time of recording this video. But I mean, this is just something you could just throw in your pocket and not even realize it's there. I don't even know what else to compare it to. And compare it to a Sharpie marker. Compare it to a knife. I mean, it's about the same length of this knife here. A lot thinner. Half as thin or half as thick. Pretty cool. So I want to thank Warsun for sending these out for us to take a look at. These are pretty awesome. Greatly appreciate it. Make sure you check out their website. I will leave a link to all their product links for Amazon, as well as their website, down in the description. Make sure you check them out, please. We would greatly appreciate it if you do. I want to thank you for stopping in, checking out this video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.